YouTube, and welcome to episode 1 of our new YouTube specific series. As you can see, we are here ready to go on Wheel of Names, and finally we've got some nations that we haven't played in for quite a while, so we're guaranteed to go to a nation that we haven't managed in for quite a while. So our options are Lille, Feyenoord, AZ, Vitesse, Bilbao, Betis, Sociedad, Nice, ASSE, which is Saint Etienne, and Marseille. They are the 10 options that we've got to go to. The plan will be to try and win a Champions League with one of the sides. So let's see how we go. And Lille are removed first. Let's go next. What else have we got here? Real Betis are removed. That's 2 down. Here we go. I would have liked Lille actually. That would have been cool. AZ are gone. There we go. So 1 each so far. There we go. Then we've got Bilbao. That would have been the hardest one to do, I reckon, long term. Here we go. What have we got next? Feyenoord are gone. That leaves us with 5. We've got Vitesse, Sociedad, Nice, Saint Etienne, and Marseille. So France are hanging on at the moment quite a lot, and it's Nice who are gone next, who was the first team that we ever did a save for before. I didn't think before I started. I might have streamed it. But here we go, Vitesse, and now that's actually irritating me that that's not a capital. Vitesse, Sociedad, Saint Etienne, and Marseille. Let's try and get rid of one of the French teams, and it's Saint Etienne. So here we go. 3 options left. 3 different countries. Vitesse, Sociedad, Marseille. I think Vitesse would 100% be the hardest in this category. I would be more than happy with Marseille or Sociedad, but here we go. Sociedad gone. It is France or we're going to Holland. It is Vitesse. Vitesse will be the save. We are going to Holland, and you'll see us at the squad screen. Welcome back, YouTube. We are ready to kick off the Eredivisie save with the Vitesse save with our first game in the Eredivisie is what I was meant to say. But for now, this is what's happened so far. So we beat the seconds 3-1. We lost here right at the death against this go-ahead Eagles side. Then we drew, and then we have started playing semi-decently, and I felt this was a game we dominated, and unfortunately we came away with a draw. For the squad, this is the team that we're going to start with. So we've got an older goalkeeper in Remco Pasveer, who I've just taken the captaincy off, so he's probably a bit disappointed with me. We've gone and brought in Mitch Clark on loan with an optional future fee of 800k for next season, but he looks absolutely fantastic. So if he starts developing whilst he's with us, then we'll definitely trigger that clause. We're running probably our 3rd choice centre back. As you can see here, we've got a few guys that are injured and suspended. We've got a few guys ineligible because they're playing for the youth sides. But yeah, we're not running our best centre back pairing. We've also brought in Thierry Small, who we've bought. 5-star potential left back. Probably a little bit under what we've got at the moment, but in the smaller games, I want to try and play him. We play Ajax and things like that. We'll play our other left backs. Midfield is a bit destroyed at the moment for players, so we're going Matheus Berro here as our ball winner, and then we've got Mustafa Amini, who's not really a box-to-box midfielder, but he can definitely do the role. I think only thing other than his finishing, everything else is 10 or more. So I think for the Eredivisie, that's probably enough, and we'll start training him properly. Then our front 4 is our first choice. So we've got Oussama Tanane, who will play out off the right as a left footer, perfectly suited to play out on the right. We've brought Sarpreet Singh in as well, so he will be a fantastic player for us in the middle of the park. And then we've got Armando Broja, who is an Albanian on loan from Chelsea, who is quite good, and we've got a guy out on loan at the moment who I can't see here, but I might show you guys a bit later. He'll come and play on the left next season. And then we've got Dane Scarlett from Tottenham. What did we pay for him? We've paid 2 mil overall for him, but it wasn't much up front. He looks absolutely fantastic in the non-competitive games, averaging a 7.46, 5 games, 6 goals. Don't need to say much else about that. But we are ready to go. This is the side. I'm going to put this on attacking actually as well. Whoops. And I want to save that because I've been testing this formation with Parma and with Portsmouth. And I might drop the line a bit lower as well and try and compress the middle of the pitch. They're the sort of things that I've noticed. I'm just going to double check. We've got everyone with us. Now, that's the guy I'm talking about. He is out on loan at the moment and he's 3-star current ability. I don't know why he's there. There must be a reason in real life why he's on loan there. He must be leaving or something. In his contract, there's no option for them to buy him at the end. So he's going to just come back and just play for us off the left, I think, because he'll suit that role pretty well. But here we go. I think that is the team. We are missing a few players. There's not much to talk about here. There are a lot of guys with really good potential, which we'll go through another time. We've got Thierry Small. I'd rather give him something better than 57. If we got, there we go. He can have number 16 because he is going to play. I don't want to give him number 50 odd. All right, let's go. Let's see how we go. This will be a very, very interesting save, I think. The team is very, very young. I'm hoping that we can come away with some positives. Obviously, we're going to struggle when we play PSV and Ajax, but I'm hoping that the team will be able to gel. We should be able to see some improvement throughout the season. So we're actually in the blue as we're the away team, so we'll keep that in mind when we're watching the highlights. But I'm very, very, very optimistic that this side can develop. I'd love to see how, Scarlett as a 16-year-old and Small as 16-year-olds, if they can develop quick-ish. They don't have to develop right away, but obviously the sooner the better for us. We'll see how their development goes, and I think they're either going to make us a heap of money or they're going to propel us into Europe. So that's the goal for me this season, is to try and qualify for the Europa League. The season preview has us down in 6th, so hopefully we can beat that a little bit as Armando Broja scores our first goal of the season. And it wasn't too badly worked, I felt. I think sort of came from a deflection somewhere in this next middle bit. Let's have a look what happened here. So ball comes out to Broja, brings it down, takes a shot, finds its way to Singh. Singh lays it back off. I'm going to praise the boys. Oh, here we go. Might have done that a bit quick. So here we go. Shabani. That's actually a good ball in, well dealt with. So we'll see how things go. We've actually got a really good young centre-back in as well, a Croatian guy with an option to buy of about $1 million. So again, if he just continues his development, then we are going to be more than fine. I'm going to turn that off because we don't want that going off during the episode again. But we'll see how things go this season. Obviously, the goal is, I'd love to be able to win the league, but I don't know if we're quite at that point. I don't know if the system's going to just make us a team that's going to end up winning the league. If Scarlett and Small and some of these other young guys we've got to develop out of nowhere, then we've probably got the ability to try and snatch it, especially if Ajax don't have, a traditional Ajax year. I think that's what we're going to notice. Early days, we're going to be struggling with Ajax for those and PSV for those sort of top 3 spots. That's my ambition for the side for the first couple of years, and then hopefully our youth setup can produce some really, really good talent, because it is a very, very strong youth academy. So hopefully they can develop some really good youngsters for us to then mix in with the young core we've already got. So then we should be in a pretty good place moving forward to have a really strong setup here at Vitesse, and then try and make a run at a Europa League or a Champions League or a Europa League 2. We want some form of European silverware. That is the plan. I'd love to try and win the Champions League with Vitesse. I think that would be awesome. For such a big club, they have not won really anything other than like the cup once, I think. And that was like 40 years ago. So we do want to try and bring some success. Maybe we bring Wilfred Boney in as an option, as a coach potentially, because I think that'd be pretty funny. I feel like he sort of burst onto the scene here. Martin Odegaard played here as well, so we might try and reconnect some of those past players back to the club if we can start propelling forward. But here we go. Scarlett is someone who I'm hedging my bets on this season being a really, really good player for us. But it is Sarpreet Singh, the former Bayern Munich number 10. I think this is going to be a league where he's going to be able to absolutely dominate. That's why I've gone and picked him up. I think we've paid about 800k for him in total, but it was about 500k this season. And then it was about 300k over 3 years with an incentive of something or other as well. So I think there's no reason why Sarpreet Singh can't be a leading number 10 in the Eredivisie. I think he's definitely got the technical ability to do it. We might need to start looking at the loan market as well for maybe another right mid before the window closes, and that's Dasos Donis. I wonder who that is. I reckon that's the one that used to play for Everton. They've shortened his name. But that is poor goalkeeping from our goalkeeper, and that is a position I'm a bit concerned about for this season in particular. I don't really want to... Okay then. I don't really want to focus on that this year. I feel like I can just deal with the goalkeeper for one more year, and then I can try and bring a young one in next season, or try and bring someone in on a free for the season, or in the middle of this season. That'd be ideal. But as Singh gets his second goal of the game, and there's some poor goalkeeping on our opposition's end, there we go. Now Broha gets his second of the game as well, assisted by Sarpreet Singh. So Singh is sitting on an 8.9 rating. Have we found an absolute gem for the Eredivisie? He's on a 9.6 after he's got 2 goals and 2 assists. So have we found an absolute gem in this league? I'm very happy with how things are going. I'm noticing that Clark is really struggling at right back, so we've got some options that we can bring on there. I'd love Dane Scarlett now to get a goal himself, just to propel that progression. I think it's one of those ones where I don't want him to go too many games without scoring early and then have his form questioned and whatever, because we do have some decent strikers that I am playing him ahead of, just to sort of aid his development. That's my sort of thoughts. And in pre-season, he's been more than deserving of a spot up front with our side, which is the main thing. You know, you score 6 goals in 5 games. It's pretty obvious that you're probably going to start. For now, though, I am going to make... Where's Doza, the Israeli right back, who's probably our best one, but I do want to try and push Clark's development as well. Again, you know, we've got that option to buy. If we can even get him up to 3 stars and really see that growth, then I'll be more than happy with his progression this year. Our midfield too are looking a bit tired. I might keep them out there. I might take Broha off, even though he might want his hat-trick. But I am mindful that we're running low on midfielders at the moment as well. We do have a young centre-back from Juve. Is he on the bench? He can probably play in this ball-winning midfielder role. Where is he? And I can't see him, so maybe he's not on the bench. So we've got Patrick, who I might slap in there. Looks like they've scored. Adonis again. What's happened here? Alright, that's my fault for not pausing it. Here we go. Ball over the top. Deal with the first ball. Straight back out to where it came from. Oh, we've just fallen asleep there. It's not a bad finish as well by the former Everton striker. And let's hold on to this last sub just for now. We'll see if there is an injury or anything that we need to consider. Final 10 minutes. We are sitting comfortable at 4-2 in the lead. Here we go. I'm going to ignore that. We'll get to the 85th minute and then we'll make the last change if we need it. Ball finds its way back out to Sarpreet Singh. Can we just hold on to the ball now, or is he going to just drive in? He might want his hat-trick. Our winger might want his hat-trick. We are really high, so I don't mind this. I wonder what the line... I should have watched this game in 2D, to be honest, just so we could see what the lines look like. I'm hoping that the players sort of stay a bit closer together and we sort of play our way through teams. As a thought about changing the attacking engagement line, or I can't remember what it's called now, that line lower, just to keep it close to our defence. And oh my god, we've almost conceded a third. This goalkeeper, he is worrying me. He didn't play that badly in pre-season, but he has not started very brightly here. So here we go. How do we go here? Donny's trying again. The ball's rebounding like a pinball. Finds its way to the edge of the box. Can we just find a way to get in the way of these shots? It's a ball out wide. It's kept in as well. We might be able to clear it out. Why are we clearing it there? We had so many players in that little pocket of space here, but it doesn't matter. Ball's in. Now, why is Scarlett so high? That's what I don't understand. There's such a big gap between Scarlett. So I'm hoping for him to drop in a little bit deeper there. I might have to tell him to come deep to get the ball as well. And that might allow some space for Singh. But here we go. This is where I want to see us playing out. So Singh, the wingers are sort of in that same line. That's a poor ball though. And I reckon he might be a tad offside potentially. Maybe not. And it looks like we're going to have throw in. Okay, we've got a throw in there. And we're going to make our last change. I reckon we'll do that move there. And let's go. Here we go. Duzza has the ball at his feet. As long as we don't concede another one, I think if we can win by 2 goals, we've been pretty dominant. Oh, offside. Okay, fair enough. Here we go. Let's finish off. So Blanchard comes on, young 16-year-old winger as well. Now they tell me, actually, we might have 5 subs. We do. I completely forgot that it's the first season and we get 5 subs. So Sarpreet Singh's going to come off for Dan as well. He's another young attacking midfielder. I think he's got 4.5 star potential. But here we go. Can we just finish off? There it is. It's all over. And that is episode 1 done and dusted. Sarpreet Singh, 2 goals, 2 assists. Broha with 2 goals and I reckon maybe 1 assist as well. That was a brilliant win for the lads. That is where we're going to leave episode 1. So if you enjoyed episode 1, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you head over to Twitch to catch all the Palmer and Vitesse and whatever saves we do on Twitch live. Make sure those notifications are on. Make sure you're jumping into the Discord as well that we've got shared with a couple content creators and our communities. And I will catch you all in episode 2 of our Vitesse save.